So this is going to be a fairly interesting game, I believe. It's a pretty long one, so hopefully I'll make it good. As you can see, we've already started off, and my opponent, well, actually, I kind of started this a little bit late, so to kind of catch up on what was missed so far, it's my opponent's turn. My opponent has an energy attached to Sableye. He's going to use Catcher to bring up the Deano, hoping to stall me for a little bit if I don't have the energy to get that free retreat with Darkrai. I have an energy attached to Mewtwo, an energy attached to Darkrai, and 2 Deanos on the field, so I'm feeling pretty good. He drops a Darkrai onto the bench, and so I'm thinking I'm looking at just kind of a mirror match, but maybe just a variation. We'll see if he gets a Hydreigon out, as if it's a true mirror match, or if it's just going to be a Darkrai variant. That Virizion on the field is a little bit weird, but and also at the same time it's not really weird. Virizion or Darkrai's biggest threat are well, many decks, but Terrakion is a big threat to Darkrai decks, and Darkrai or Terrakion has a weakness to grass, so throwing in a Virizion to counter that grass weakness really is not a bad idea. So I'm going to Dark Patch a Dark onto Sableye, attach a Dark to Deano, and unfortunately, the rest of this doesn't look good. No supporter in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and evolve to Zweilous. And without a Hydreigon, I can't really move my energies around. However, there's a heavy ball in the discard pile. And all I need to get that heavy ball back is that beautiful Sableye. So I'm going to Junk Hunt. Deanna got free retreat because of Darkrai's ability. Definitely grab that heavy ball. And other than that, trying to figure out what else I want. I'd love to have a random receiver in the discard pile, but it looks like I went for the Dark Patch, hoping that I just have a reason to, you know, if he knocks out my Sableye, I can get that back with Dark Patch. Maybe I should have... Well, no, I only run one Zweilous. I was thinking if I went for another level ball, I could get another Zweilous, but I only run one, and there it is. So, and there's the end. So he saw that Hydreigon coming, and he's going to make sure that I have to work for it a little bit more. But that might have also just helped me out, because there you go. He shuffled me right into the Hydreigon, and more importantly, a random receiver, which means I'll get to play a supporter. And that's the biggest thing I've been having trouble with this Pokemon season is consistent decks. Half of my games, even running 13 plus supporters, have just been a lot of pass, pass, pass. And a lot of passing simply because I'm not drawing into supporters and I'm drawing into trainers that I typically need later in the game, like Max Potion and things like that. So there's another Sableye that hits the field and a Deano. So this is, while Virizion is pretty much his Terrakion counter, this is pretty much a nice mirror match. And for those of you that don't know, a mirror match is when you're facing a deck that is very, very similar to yours. So Darkrai and Hydreigon are the main 2 components of this deck. So that's what you're seeing on both sides of the field. So he's going to play a random, or no, I'm sorry, he's junk hunting for a random receiver, and it was something else, I forget what. So first things first, definitely get that Hydreigon into play. I'm going to now random receiver and see what sort of supporter I get, and it looks like I'm getting a Bianca. So I have a hand of 6, so Bianca's really not going to do me very much good right now. At least until I get some stuff out of my hand. So, looks like I'm going to Ultra Ball. I want to get another Hydreigon in play. So I'm going to take out that Eviolite. I can always get that back later. And get that second Hydreigon. And that'll let me use my rare candy. So having 2 Hydreigon in play, my biggest concern is if he evolves his Hydreigon first, gets his energy onto there, catches up my Hydreigon, knocks it out, I am screwed. So it looks like I'm going to retreat for Darkrai, and now I'm going to Dark Trans some energy onto that Darkrai, and I'll get to start attacking. So looks like before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and Dark Patch onto my lone Sableye. I mean lone Sableye it's my only dark Pokemon on the bench. So I actually probably should play that other Sableye just to make sure I can have something dark on the bench, but that's alright. I should be alright. So I'm going to put 30 on Deano, hoping that if he doesn't evolve, I can knock him out next turn and knock out the Sableye. So I get to take the first prize. And feeling pretty good. My hand has a supporter in it. Yeah, I've got the max potion, so he can hit me for whatever he wants, and I'm just going to be able to Dark Trans the energy off, and put the take the damage off with max potion, and then put the energy right back on. Looks like he random receiver, I believe it was for a Bianca, possibly, and so he's pretty much doing the same thing I did. Is he's using Ultra Ball to get some stuff out of the deck. That means he'll be able to draw more. And he plays the rare candy for the Hydreigon, and there's the Juniper. So maybe I did see that wrong. Maybe it was a Juniper. So very, very nicely played. This game just got quite a bit more interesting. He doesn't have a second Hydreigon in play, but I also don't have a blend energy in play to be able to take out his Hydreigon in one shot with my Hydreigon. So that is not a good thing for me. Hopefully he has, trying to see what he has on the field. Looks like he has a 1 blend energy, 1 dark energy. I don't think he's attached yet for the turn. Oh no, he has. If you read in the corner, you can read the actions he's recently taken, and he did attach an energy to Sableye, so he has to get a dark patch in order to get that 3rd energy onto Hydreigon for the knockout, and he doesn't get it. So it looks like he is going to have to use Sableye again, and do Junk Hunt to get some trainers back. My guess would be that he's going to be getting some dart patches back, assuming there's dart patches in there. With a hand of 3, maybe he's going to go for a random receiver. There's a good possibility he does not have a supporter in his hand. Let's see, other things he could use. Okay, so here we go. Dart Patch and an Ultra Ball. Interesting. So it makes me think he has the rare candy in hand and he wants to do what I did and get a second Hydreigon in play. So I have 2 catcher. Now, question is what do I take out? I'm thinking that Deano, because I can use N to try and get the blend, but the Deano is definitely the safer play. That stops him from getting a second Hydreigon out, and I don't have to take it out with one of my Hydreigons. Just puts the pressure on him. So now I'm going to play N, and yeah, it's a good thing I didn't, because I did not hit the blend. So I'm going to attach another energy just to get it onto the field, and then Night Spear to knock out that Deano, that will prevent that second Hydreigon from coming out. And we're going to do another 30 to Hydreigon. And if nothing else, I will try and take out that Hydreigon with my Darkrai. Now that he's got 60 on him, I believe Hydreigon only has 150 HP. So I can use that catcher to catch him up next turn and be good. Until he played the Max Potion. So my Night Spears were essentially ineffective. Another good reason that sometimes it's a good idea to spread out your Night Spears. I still think I probably made the safer play because I did have the catcher in hand to bring up that Hydreigon for a knockout next turn, with Darkrai, that is. But had I spread out my damage, half of that damage would have still been on. Other than that, though, this is still looking to be, I mean, obviously I have an advantage. And interesting, he plays a Terrakion, and not the Retaliate Terrakion, the bad Terrakion. So he's going to end me, and he ends me into the Blend Energy. Very interesting. However, he took away that catcher, and I don't have a supporter. So this could be interesting, and he plays another Darkrai, which is very good. I only have the 1 Darkrai in my deck right now. I'm actually looking for some more of the 2... well, actually, at the time I'm making this video, or actually at the time I made this video, I did only have 1 Darkrai. Now, actually, I have another Darkrai. I'm making the audio portion of this well after the video portion, but I'm still looking for more Darkrai codes to be able to, you know, have the full 3 Darkrai and have this be my ideal deck. So he plays a random receiver for the Juniper, and I would love to have a random receiver right now. But I do have the level ball to get another Sableye into play. I could do what he did and just sacrifice Sableye to be able to get another random receiver and get some stuff going. So this still could be anyone's game. I may have the prize lead now, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to do some sacrificing next turn in order to be able to keep my hand fresh and keep my hand up to date. Good thing is I have the blend energies now, so it looks like he's going to retreat, and he's going to be able to Dark Trans that energy up from Sableye to Darkrai and hit me with a Knight's... Oh no, I forgot he captured up the Sableye, so he's knocking out that Sableye and taking his first prize. So now that I look at it, I probably should have Night Speared that Darkrai, because he has the giant cloak on, which gives him a little bit of extra HP, which means while I typically would be able to one-shot him, I can't at the moment. So I pull an N off the top of my deck, so I'm really excited about that. Before I go ahead and end, I'm going to attach a blend, get a Sableye into play, and then end. It only gets me 4 cards, but hey, it's something, right? I'm definitely going to play that Dark Patch to get more energy out on the field. Wish I had a catcher to take out his Hydreigon now that I have the blend, but I don't. So... looks like I'm going to attach the Eviolite to Mewtwo so that he can't just keep on Night Spearing it. And going to put the Dark Trans, put that over on Hydreigon, spread it out a bit. And Night Spear, let's see. Looks like I'm going to do 30 to the other Darkrai. Interesting choice. And, while his hand size is definitely bigger, at least I have an end to get my hand size of 2 up to a hand size of 4. So, may not, I would love to have a Juniper or Bianca right now, but at least it's something to get me something a little bit more later on. Now, oh, he's just going to end me himself, so that works. Hopefully the next 4 cards will be really nice, and they're actually not. So interesting. He's going to put a giant cape on something. And okay, in the box it actually says that he healed for 20 and he attached the giant cape. So that's a little odd. Maybe a glitch in the game. And it looks like he is going to Night Spear and hit the Hydreigon for 30. So, awesome. Max Potion. So that's going to keep me alive for a little bit longer. Would love to have a catcher too, but that's okay. Don't really need the catcher right now. We are going to get all that nasty damage off that Darkrai so he can keep on hitting. If I had a catcher, I'd be able to really take some knockouts. And here's when I misclicked. I remember this game now. I wanted to take obviously I wanted to take the damage off of the Darkrai, and I think it was just an accidental. I bumped the mouse while dragging it up to the Darkrai. It deleted or not deleted it, discarded the energy that was already attached to Hydreigon. So that was that just really sucked. So sometimes it'll let you take back a move. Sometimes it won't. In this case, it didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that Dark Patch to put the energy, onto Sableye. And here's my dilemma. Do I put more energy on Darkrai, who has an increased HP because of the big cloak? Or, oh, I went for something different. I forgot I went for this. Darkrai doesn't have enough power right now to knock him out, but Hydreigon does. I have to take out 2 energy, but that takes a lot of his energy out on the field, and would get me two. Yeah, I think that's the right play, because it would get me two prizes and leave me only two I need for the game. And I can afford to lose that Hydreigon. It would take out some of my energy attachments, which would kind of suck, but I can use Sableye to get my Dirt Patch and a random receiver back. He only has taken one prize card so far, so I have time to pretty much waste. I can afford to lose prizes right now. So hopefully now I'll get a supporter off of my prizes, because I think I've played like one Bianca, and just I've been end the rest of the game. So hopefully I'll be able to get some a Juniper or another Bianca. But I get a max potion, which is great, because as long as he doesn't have a catcher, and let's see, he needs 3 energy. So there's one with the Dark Patch, and if he has one more to attach and has the catcher to bring up my Darkrai, then that max potion really won't matter. But hopefully he does not have the catcher, and hopefully I'll be able to take that damage off with Darkrai and pretty much remove my misclick from last turn. And we'll be back on target. Yeah, my only concern right now is the lack of a supporter to keep on drawing into resources. I should have plenty of catcher left in the deck. I think at this point, this version of the deck that I'm running right now runs at least 3, but I'm pretty sure it runs 4. So getting into some of those would be really nice right now. If I could take out that Hydreigon, I'd look good. So looks like he hit. He has 4 energy on the field. Oh, I think I missed the blend attached to Hydreigon. That's what I missed. So he's going to take out my Hydreigon with his Hydreigon and make things very interesting. Now he only has 4 energy on the field too. He has to discard 2 of those. So he pretty much put himself in the same blah position as I did. And interesting, he plays Sigilyph. Sigilyph is pretty cool. When it first came out, its big deal was that it was going to be the Mewtwo counter. It was going to give you extra hits for the Mewtwo War. That's really not what it's being used for. It's being used as a wall to stall against other decks that focus on heavy Darkrai, that focus on Rayquaza, and it's pretty much just a stall tactic until you can get something set up or draw into what you need. So my Hydreigon has been knocked out. I only have 2 energy on the field and nothing in hand. So I'm thinking that I'm probably going to have to sacrifice a Sableye to get a Dart Patch and a random receiver to hopefully draw into some stuff. Kind of sucks, but yeah, let's see how it works out. Now, depending on what I draw, I still have lots of options left, and I have a significant prize lead where I'm still looking pretty good. So, I have 2 prizes, he has 4. I get a catcher. So, catcher's very, very useful, but not without another energy. So, I'm going to revive that Deano, just in case he knocks out my Darkrai, or not my Darkrai, my Hydreigon. Going to max potion the damage off that Darkrai. Let's see. I mean, I have no choice, but I have to. Yeah, I think right now I'm contemplating actually attacking with Mewtwo. Very interesting thought. I could put on some nice damage and possibly stall for a little bit. But yeah, I'm thinking the safer play is to go ahead and get something back with Sableye. Random receiver, Dart Patch, I think are the big ones. I've got 4 energy there. Did I say 3 Dart Patch in there? So it looks like I'm going to Dark Trans that other energy on Hydreigon up to Sableye. Because I'm thinking if I mean, what's the worst that can happen? He ends me to a hand of 2. Yeah, surprisingly, I've played, I think it was 2 Bianca. Yeah, 2 Bianca and 3 N. So I have not played any of my, I think at this point I'm running 4 Juniper. I've not hit a single one. So Super Rotted, I believe, is a Hydreigon and a couple of Dark back in. And I'm going to Junk Hunt for Random Receiver. I have to hit a Juniper. And a Dark Patch to get that another energy on. After Super Rotting some energy back in, I should be, assuming that I don't hit my 4th end off the Random Receiver, I should be able to hit an energy with the Dark Patch that would give me the 3 energy that I need. I can capture up a Sableye, knock it out, and put some damage on something else in preparation for my last prize. So feeling pretty good right now. He could possibly come up with some nice stall techniques. Right now, if he gets a couple more, I don't know how many Dark Patch he's used. Right now, if he can get 2 more energy on the field and get them up to Hydreigon, capture up my Hydreigon, and knock it out, then I might be screwed. So, but if he can't do that, I still have a huge advantage in this game right now. Now, question is, okay, so he's drawn a card, and I think I'm just kind of, he has this huge hand of, I think, 8, and so I'm feeling like he's got a ton of options, and it's just a matter of figuring out, well, what he can do. I've kind of gone over most of his options. His ideal option would be to get, if he can get 2 more energy onto the field and up to Hydreigon. Catcher up my Hydreigon. That definitely will insanely slow me down. I'll have to manually power up that Darkrai. Yeah. So right now I'm just kind of waiting. And actually there's only like 30 seconds left of this video. So I'm wondering if he just concedes because he's maybe screwed, or maybe that there's another part of this video that it cuts out. And so interesting enough, it says your opponent ran out of time or was idle for too long. So he didn't concede. That's how it was. Now, what I'm thinking of is if he didn't get knocked off, internet connection or something like that. And I know this is kind of probably a bad video to show, but this really was a good example of how the mirror matches go. Like I said, in order to really put me in a bad position, he would have had the catcher. He would have had to have a catcher, a Dark Patch, and a Dark Energy, or a Blend Energy, I guess, in hand to knock me out. While he did have a very large hand, he had used up quite a few of his resources, and I don't know if he had all of that left.